Hawley and Senator Dick Blumenthal, who don't agree on basically anything, Democrat and Republican, but seem to have a similar point of view on this.
It reads your text messages, it can track your keystrokes, it has access to your phone records. And the problem with that is all of that information is available to and subject to inspection by the government in Beijing. And that's a massive, it's not just a national security threat, it's a personal security threat.
The court's decision opens the way for constructive efforts now to preserve TikTok, which everybody wants, but not under Chinese ownership, enabling that enemy of the United States to surveil, collect information, and present a threat to our national security.
And Braz, you and your colleagues at Punchbowl have some reporting this week talking about the unusual alliance, saying Democrats are siding with President-elect Donald Trump, while congressional Republicans have no qualms about letting TikTok go dark.
Yeah, I mean, we had Chuck Schumer, the Senate Minority Leader, who's a big China hawk, calling Biden, saying, you have to delay the implementation of this. You have to delay this ban. And, Congress knew what it was doing when they passed this law, and they thought they would back TikTok and the Chinese into a corner. Mm-hmm. And that didn't happen. And now I had one Democrat yesterday complain to me, well, TikTok is sowing chaos by threatening to shut down. Now, you passed this ban. I mean, for you can argue about whether or not it's a national security threat or not, but Congress passed this ban, and now you're facing the political backlash of this.
Can you just go one layer deeper on that Schumer call that you're reporting on? He is a China hawk.
He is.
I know this is a leading question, but so why would he call President Biden and the White House and say, you can't let this go through or please delay it?
I mean, he was under pressure from his own members. He was getting lobbied his own members. Cory Booker, Chris Van Hollen, Ed Markey, Senator Markey of Massachusetts has a bill. There is a 90-day window that they can invoke, but Markey has a bill for another 9 months, which would give TikTok another 90 days.
The idea because of the economic and the cultural
and issues, the political backlash.
And the political backlash outweighs the national security.
At this point, that they are so worried about what's happening in their base that they're concerned about, what the fallout is for them personally.
Yeah, and we are talking about 170 million users.
Well, it is remarkable how the politics have reversed on this, right? This is something that passed on a huge bipartisan vote, with both parties agreeing that this was something that had to happen. But the company has always felt that they had the leverage in this situation because of that massive user base, because of the massive cultural power that they have. So they have been engaged in a game of chicken with the United States government because they believed it would get to exactly this point and that no one would have the guts to actually let this happen. And that is what we are seeing play out. We've gone from, Democrats and Republicans passing this ban and the Biden White House supporting and enthusiastically signing it to a situation where neither administration wants anything to do with it, and it's become this political hot potato. If TikTok really believed that this was going to be implemented, they would have tried to arrange a sale months ago. But they always thought that they had so much power in that situation that they could effectively play chicken and force the political system to accommodate them, and that is exactly what we're seeing happen.
Should we remind everyone, though, that this began with Marco Rubio coming out of a briefing in which he was like hair on fire saying this needs to be done. It goes into Congress, and Donald Trump, of course, also gave voice to the same thing. So
which, by the way, Rubio is now the nominee for Secretary of State, and he
was not
saying
asked
something.
About that. Yes.